Welcome to Intelligence Agent. Our job is to provide information for the lounge. Think of honeybees bringing pollen to the hive. There's a situation on the horizon that's a threat to the lounge. As of late, we discovered an anomaly from within the transit community. A transit buff known as the Transit Prodigy is constantly getting trolled by Shadow Wolf. The Transit Prodigy is the director's best friend. Normally, the director trolls the Transit Prodigy just for fun. But when NT Goat's video surfaced, this fun became a problem. This is no longer trolling. We're now looking at cyberbullying. Your mission is to debunk NT Goat's video about the Transit Prodigy. We need to find out what caused NT Goat to publish that video, and who is responsible for this. These are the things the director is looking for, due to the seriousness of the situation from within the transit community. The director has authorized us to do whatever we can to prevent this situation from escalating further. Dismissed. And if you see something, write something.
Welcome to the lounge. This week's topic is rather important. We're going to leave the Kanika Jenkins community and return to the dark side of the transit community. In the Kanika Jenkins community, there are those who expose people who are doing bad things like scamming, making up false narratives about Kanika's death, and even as far as to slander Teresa Martin. The transit community is different. I don't classify as goofies, but foamers. Some have the mentality of a toddler, for they have no concept on how exposing someone works. Like any community, there's a dark side. There are transit buffs, whose sole goal is to cyberbully another transit buff. They're afraid to confront the people they expose, so they turn to social media to hide. Now, some transit buffs deserve to get exposed because of their actions, like destroying transit property, harassing MTA workers, making a scene, making those who love taking photos look bad. But when it comes to attacking transit buffs, who didn't do anything wrong, that's not exposing. That's cyberbullying. This week's topic, we're going to talk about the exposing video of Joshua, the Transit Prodigy. The Transit Prodigy is a transit YouTuber who is a victim of cyberbullying. Normally I would troll him, but only for fun, and he's a big sport about it and can hold his own, and we get a good laugh out of it. But lately, Joshua made a hashtag about autism, and a certain individual didn't like that. Despite the fact that Joshua is autistic himself, the person isn't buying it. Any sane person could care less about a hashtag, but we're not dealing with a sane person. We're going to get to that person as the story progresses. Another transit YouTuber known as NT Goat did a video about Joshua, but I wouldn't call that video exposure, more like an attack. What the person who supplied this information to NT Goat didn't realize is while she, the person, is a she, did this, her narrative is out in the open to be debunked. She doesn't realize that Joshua's best friend is a storyteller who learned some tricks from two YouTubers who specialize in debunking and exposing goofies. The video starts off with Joshua being infamous within the transit community.
What we're talking about today is someone whose infamy is very large within this community right now that I must talk about it, right?
What? What the fuck?
I haven't been active like I used to, but I do belong to a group of professional photographers, and I don't recall him doing anything that's brought to our attention, other than them joking about Joshua's fashion statement. So where has this infamy come from? He didn't harass a MTA worker, he didn't rip off a roll sign, he didn't go inside the conductors' or engineers' cabs to mess with equipment, not even trespassing abandoned stations and rail yards. If he did all this, then I wouldn't be doing this video. This sounds like someone just want to create drama from within the transit community. A little-known fact. This person wanted me to expose Joshua for the hashtag first, not NT Goat. I would show you guys proof about it, but that comment along with my video was taken down by YouTube. Luckily, I received a comment from my email each time I get a comment. Here at the lounge, we're not going to expose someone who puts up a hashtag or decides to play dress-up. We look for serious issues like scamming, harassing other transit buffs, transit employees, making a scene during a transit event, and tells stories about other YouTubers exposing goofies. A 31-year-old man wearing women's clothes and showing affection to his friends is not considered DEFCON 2. The video goes on. That talks about Joshua's sexuality, Whether the person is part of the rainbow spectrum is irrelevant to the narrative. There are many people within the transit community, or any community for that matter, swings that way. Will that person have NT Goat expose them too? The video continues with Joshua's unfortunate loss of his kid. This was the line that person crossed. This is one of the motivations I need to defend Joshua, because now that's pushing it. You don't bring up a kid, much less a deceased kid, to get back at someone. Nor is any of your business on who he's sleeping with. This is not exposing. Now it's a breach of privacy. No one knew about the loss of Joshua's kid. As far as I know, only 3 people knew about this. Joshua himself, for he posted his Facebook post about it. Yours truly, and I didn't share that information. So there's only one person left that knew about it. After watching NT Goat's video, although he has a right to post whatever he wants, but the person who gave him that information not only instigated the drama, but left her back door open. Throughout this video, I keep saying this person. The person responsible for giving NT Goat information is none other than MSDF Wolf, or in my language, Shadow Wolf. She's in serious trouble, and what she failed to realize. These stories she gave to NT Goat is going to come back to bite her. We all have skeletons in our closet, even me. Some are cleaned out. But hers? Well, let's just say the friends she burned isn't very happy, and some want revenge. Some of them. Got some very incriminating evidence and stories they want to tell. Some saw my work recently, and they want their stories heard. Their wish is granted. This story isn't over yet. Shadow Wolf's actions pissed off a lot of her former friends, and the one mistake she made is pissing off a storyteller. You don't piss off someone who has receipts. She should have just stick to watching Law and Order and fan buses and trains, like everyone else. This wasn't an exposure. This was just a woman who didn't get her way. And I know her friends are watching and ain't happy about this. But you guys better start paying attention to reality. Your hero threw the first punch. Not me, not Joshua, and not this lady, which in this next story we're going to be talking about. Until then, this is Storyteller signing off. Until next time.
Nice work. I've read your report, and I gotta say, this is very disturbing. All this over a hashtag about autism? What the hell is going on here? Is the transit community that bored? To talk about some guy wearing a dress, and this Shadow Wolf person. Why is she doing this? Why do I have a bad feeling that the director's friend isn't the only person she's attacking? Anyway, I'll forward your findings to the director. Meanwhile, return to base for a debriefing. Thank you for visiting Shadow Storyteller. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to get updated on future content. Until next time.